Hello, friends. Welcome back on my YouTube channel. Let's meet positivity. Friends, today we are going to meet Mr. Jaydeep Joshi. He is a chartered accountant by profession, but apart from that, he's an amazing personality. Friends, he does painting, he does sketching, he writes poems in Marathi, which is his mother tongue, and he writes even Gazals in Hindi or Urdu. He's playing chess, he's playing guitar, he's playing keyboards. He's also composing ghazals, composing poems. Wow, so much of dimensions are there to his personality. Friends, we normally say this person is like multi-talented person, and when we say like this, it's really a compliment for that particular person because his personality is multi-talented person, a lot of dimensions to it, right? However, well, if you meet Jaydeep Joshi, it's little different. For Jaydeep, when we say he is a multi-talented personality, not Jaydeep, but that multi-talented word is actually getting weightage. And that's how the person is. Very calm, cool, of course, short-tempered also, but a very professional and a very gentleman. So let's meet Jaydeep Joshi today. But before that, I just wanted to share few photos, of his paintings or his sketching, and you can actually see, you can actually go to his Jaydeep Joshi's profile and check it out. What all things he does, amazing personality. I'm honored that he's now a part of my YouTube channel, part of my initiative to spread positivity. So let's check it out, those couple of photos, and then we'll meet Jaydeep Joshi. Hello, Jay. Good evening. And first of all, thank you so much for joining on this YouTube channel and helping me to spread positivity. That's the objective of this YouTube channel. So thanks a lot. And to start with, Jay, I mean, I know we are very good friends and we are friends since long time now. If I actually calculate the year, it is coming up almost like 22, 20, 23 years now. But still, uh, on this channel, I would like to ask a couple of questions related to positivity, and then we'll talk about more into hobbies and all that. So to start with, this entire lockdown has announced, and every single person was like literally shocked, and they were not even aware of there were a lot of uncertainty. So we would like to know what was your thought process initially when the lockdown announced and this entire COVID came.
Okay. So Anand, first of all, thank you for inviting me to your channel. And as we spoke earlier as well, you are about to reach 200 subscribers. You are on 198 subscribers as of the day. So first of all, it's a good time to come into your channel so that you will be crossing a milestone of 200 subscribers. And thank you so much for calling me. And as you are aware, lockdown came as a surprise for me as well. Uh, One fine day, you came to know in office that from tomorrow you're not going to come to office, but you're going to work from home. So all the preparations which had to be done for you as well as your team uh, to enable them to work from home had to be done in the month of March. And today we are in October. So more than 6 months have elapsed, and you are at home and working from home. So initially, I was very happy when the lockdown started. It gave everybody a chance to stay at home and work from home. But as the days progressed and the 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 gap between the office hours and work front and home front disappeared, then it started taunting you, right?
Right.
So it becomes very difficult when the office hours and the uh, the time you spend at home, right? The boundaries disappear, right? So then that is the time when it starts to get to you, and that is the time when you realize that I have been working all day, right? So I have been doing household work as well, and I'm doing office work as well, and then the boundaries just disappear, and then the depression or the negative thoughts start coming in. And fortunately, if you have some hobbies, then they help you to come out of it. And all days otherwise are same, like you are getting up, you're doing household work and you're doing office work and sleeping, that's it. So there are various options actually which you can explore, but not everybody has got a chance to do it, right? So lockdown, as it came as a surprise for everyone, so it became difficult after a certain while. So for the first month or so, you are very happy at home. One feels very happy at home, spending time with the family members and all. But later on, it becomes difficult to get used to that situation.
Correct. And I know there are people, they were dreaming about work from home, and they got that work from home facility, and everyone was talking about, wow, great. But in the first uh, in the first month itself, and after that, Jay, when they started getting bored due to this work from home, and is, as you rightly mentioned, the boundaries disappeared, because of which earlier you were working for actual hours, maybe 9 to 8, 9 to 7, or something, 9 to 9 also sometimes, for some professions. But now it is like you are expected to be online at any point of time there, and that's exactly happened with so many people.
One
And
more,
sorry.
sorry, sorry to interrupt. One more thing which I wanted to add here is, see, the transition period was there when you are going to office. In Mumbai, if you have to travel to office, it takes around 1 hour minimum, right? So that is a cooling off period. So right from home, if you are starting, you can forget home and then focus on the office.
Okay.
Then when you are coming back from office, that cooling period, that the transition time is there to enable you to cool off from office and cool off from home front as well. So that has disappeared. So now you are like getting up from the bed, sitting in the chair and just started working, right? So that is the situation at present. So
Correct,
that
correct.
transition period has gone. So that
Right.
has added a lot of pressure. So you are like, it's 8:15 in the morning and you are lying on the bed thinking, chalo, I'll get up in some time, maybe 10, 15 minutes later. You get up, you have tea, get fresh, and just start working. That's it.
Exactly.
So there is no transition period left at all.
Right, right, right. Absolutely. And it is really, really difficult for a lot of them, lot of people to even accept this change, because this is actually a new normal comes into the picture, right? So it's a change. My second question, Jay, is actually towards the same thing. You, as you mentioned, that you have talked about all that, but how did I would say the days came and days went, but how did you utilize this entire lockdown, positively?
Okay. Actually, as we discussed earlier, also, it came as a surprise. And when something comes as a surprise, you have not planned anything, right? So you just have to take it as it comes. So initially, I had downloaded a few apps called Amazon Prime and Netflix, etc. before the lockdown. I was not aware that lockdown is going to come, but I used to mainly use it to listen to some music when I'm traveling in the buses and all to office and coming back from the office. But then, as the lockdown started, initially I started watching movies, right? So since I had the apps, I thought let me use it for watching movies. So I started watching all the war movies, etc. So whatever stuff I like, I started watching those movies. But it wasn't sufficient. And every night after 10 o'clock, you start watching movies and watch it till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then sleep, kind of a thing. But uh, then it wasn't sufficient because maybe 10, 15 days, 1 month, 1.5 months, and all the movies you wanted to watch are over. So then I turned to some serials, The Big Bang Theory, Mentalist, etc. So I watched them. So after maybe further 1 month, that also got finished. So now what to do? Fortunately, no, I have various hobbies. So maybe playing guitar or writing poetry, or say maybe playing a keyboard kind of a thing. So since music runs in my family, so I then started focusing on music. I like chess as well. Before the lockdown, actually, I was doing some running as well. So I participated in half marathons and all. So in Thane itself, we had a half marathon in February. So I had just finished that. So that activity has stopped because you can't go out of the home. But the other activities which are there, which you can do from home. So there are so many things which you can do, right? So even in case of say kind of poetry, so I used to write in Marathi. So I started writing in Hindi as well, Hindi Urdu. Then in case of music as well, I used to play guitar and keyboard, but then I started picking up songs which I did not play earlier. Then I started learning those chords. So it's a small value addition which you are doing to your hobbies, but it helps because you are progressing. You are going to the next level kind of thing. And as a hobby itself, then I started composing as well. So whatever stuff I had written in Marathi and in Hindi Urdu, I started composing that. So when you are composing something, you are creating something. A different part of your brain works, right? So when you are learning another language, at that point of time, some other part of your brain works. So it's like exercise for your brain. So you can learn many languages. You can. I tried composing music as well. Not necessarily that it comes out good. It's only thing is that you are investing time in it. You are trying to compose the words which you only have written, and now you are going to sing. So that gives you a lot of excitement. And these are all little things, small things, but they give you immense joy. So, for example, if even if you are doing some household work, right? So if you are doing the vessels and all, so if there is any process improvement in the home as well which you can do, so think about that. And the thought of helping people of your family, your family members itself, by being at home and helping them in their household work, that itself is a satisfying thought, right? So many times what used to happen before lockdown is that you are in the office and you know that your wife is not keeping well or your daughter is not keeping well, but you are not physically present at home to take care of them. So now this lockdown has given you that opportunity to look into your family aspects as well as at the same time take care of your office as well. Because at a middle management level, your juniors are also demanding time, your seniors are also demanding time at office, and your family members are also demanding time. So it's like you can't clone yourself and make it yourself into two or three copies and one handles office, one handles home as anyone. It's not like that. So you have to then, when you are at home, you have to think of all these things, all the little things which you do for your family members. That is also going to add to your satisfaction. And there are various aspects of personality as well. So if you are a short-tempered person, you can work on your anger management. So basically, I am a short-tempered person. So then it gives you scope to understand why you are so short-tempered and what makes you get so angry. So you can work on those points and cool down a bit. So this time which you have got as part of the lockdown, you can use it for your growth. So in case of chess as well, so I was earlier playing chess, but I was only playing blitz game now. I was not focusing on development. So then I started solving puzzles and all. So that has helped me. So whenever you get ample time, don't waste the time. Utilize it to do something better. And whatever small things also you are doing, if you try to get better at it, always try to do something which you have not done earlier. So which you thought as a child you wanted to do, but you could not do. So you can get into that and try to learn that thing. So except cooking. So all husbands should note that they should not learn cooking, otherwise they'll be cooking only for the rest of their lives. Whatever you want to learn, you learn. I can make only Maggie and tea. That's it. So no more expectations.
Excellent. Jokes apart, Jay, but
Otherwise, you should not go into cooking aspects.
no, jokes apart, Jay, but yeah, you made a very good point, Jay. So, whatever you're doing, there is no particular I would say there is no particular compulsion that you have to do something like this only to pass the time positively or to think positively. But whatever you are doing it since long time, or whatever you feel doing, when you feel relaxing, or when you feel very positive, when you feel fresh, when you feel good, that all things you do it, but do it by putting that progressive thought that I will do it now little better than what I was doing earlier, and that itself will help you to come out of that negativity. And I completely agree with you. So it's really nice thought, Jay. Next thing, yeah, go ahead.
I'd like to add something here. See,
Sure.
we used to play a lot of cricket together, right? So
Yes.
I always remember you as a person when we are talking about cricket, who used to play the best square cut in our group, right? So whenever I think of Swanand playing cricket, I see you playing the square cut. And so whenever we played together, I always thought that I should play it like that. So you remember people, the things that they did the best, and try to go there. These are small things, right? Even today, I
Exactly.
remember that when I think of Swanan, I'll think of somebody when we are talking about cricket who used to play the square cut very nicely. So I remember you like that. So if there's somebody, maybe Anand, who is a left arm bowler, right? So I used to love his action. So if he's bowling, I will just observe him and try to see that can my action be like that? So all good things the people have, right? We can just copy that, try to learn that. So that is going to add to our development.
Correct, and that will definitely add a value. I completely agree. So my next question, Jay, towards a little, kind of objective of this YouTube channel, when it comes to positivity, when it comes to positive mindset, from your opinion, or based on your thought process, what do you think this, how this positivity normally help us in our day-to-day life? I mean, maybe any incident you want to share, or maybe a typical thought process you want to share, or maybe you feel, if how if our viewers are watching it, they should know that in day-to-day life also there is a positivity which helps. Okay, so what do you think? I mean, from your perspective, what exactly this positivity is?
Okay, so see, we are all human beings, right? So getting negative thoughts or getting bullied by people or all the negative thoughts coming to you is very natural. So
Correct.
if you're talking to your boss and if he says some bad words, not necessarily bad words in that sense, but if he says that, okay, ye kaam nahi hua, so that is not good. You have not done a good job. Even that can hurt you. Even that can bring a lot of negativity to you because that can get percolated into other areas of life as well, in your personal life as well. So the points of origin for negative thoughts, negative energy, or say the depression or depressing thoughts, the origins of these are plenty, right? So you can get it from anywhere. If you are watching, say, a movie, right, and something happens wherein you can correlate yourself with that movie, and it makes you remember the things that you have not done correctly in your life. That can also come to you as in the form of depression.
Correct.
So the sources of negativity or sources of negative energy are plenty. Now it's only up to you. You become a machine that converts all this negative energy into a positive energy. Because if you take all this negative energy and don't spend it, then it's going to hurt you and you are going to hurt other people.
Correct.
So what happens is you have to take this negative energy into you and put it into a positive output kind of. So whenever, in my case, what happens is whenever I get all these thoughts, I am a human being. So these thoughts coming to me, it's very natural,
You cannot
right? So
stop there.
when
Correct.
thoughts come to me, what I try to do is I try to convert it into something positive. I try to create the smallest of smallest things. Maybe I'll do a sketch of 10 minutes. But for that 10 minutes, I'm focusing on the sketch. So whatever negative energy has come to me, either it stops there or it gets converted into that sketch. Or I'll write some poetry or do some poetry or maybe compose music for the poetry which I've written or do something creative. Because watching movies, doing something wherein you are not playing a role other than watching, it's not spending the negative energy. If you keep on watching movies and all, the negative energy is not getting spent. It is being there with you.
It's been conserved into our mindset.
By watching a movie, you are forgetting that negative energy is there. It can make you forget. Like, so for example, it is not a cure, it is a prevention. You are for not looking at the depressing thoughts or negative thoughts by watching movies. But if you are doing something creative, then that negative energy gets spent.
Correct,
So it is not accumulating in your body or in your system or in your mind.
correct.
So always try to, what I do is I always try to find out ways of spending that negative energy. The more you spend it, the more free you become. And as a saying is there, right? So great people don't discuss people, right? What something is there. No. So I don't recollect that. So don't do gossip. Don't talk about people. Don't talk about how people do things badly. Don't talk about that to anyone, because that is only going to add. The more you speak negative about someone, that is going to add to your negative energy. So then if you don't spend it, it is going to lie with you. So you need to find ways of spending it.
Perfect.
Now what happens is you don't contact friends, right? These days, through WhatsApp, we are talking to our friends. We are not actually going and meeting those friends, right? There have been so many friends that we haven't called in 6 months or 1 year. They are our friends, but we have not called them. We have not spoken with them. There were times when in a day, these friends used to visit your place 3, 4 times in a day. Now, 3, 4 years, you haven't given a single call to that person, right? So that is another way of spending this energy. So we have to find out points which can spend this energy, negative energy.
Perfect.
Though negative, it is still energy, because if you don't spend it, it is going to hamper you. It is going to take toll on your body, take toll on your mind. So you don't let that happen. So only thing is that you have to spend that energy. That's it.
Perfect, perfect. And I completely agree. Yes, and I could immediately started recollecting, those people that I have not even contacted so far. I need to do that. So,
That's what recollecting.
so irrespective it is negative or positive, but I need to contact them for sure, Jay. So that was nice. Next, I would like to discuss, Jay, with you that as we have discussed earlier about your hobbies, right? And even in the introduction part also, I've spoken about that you do sketching, you do painting, you write poetries in different languages like you mentioned, Marathi, in Hindi, Urdu. Uh, on top of it, you play chess, and what else? You play instruments like keyboard or even guitar. So many stuff you do, but I'm sure it is these are not the hobbies which are like you carrying since birth. Something you have learned it later on, right? Maybe uh, for example, maybe at the age of 15, 16, you started playing, started learning how to play guitar or how to play how to sing. You are a singer as well, right? So how to sing any particular song, or you need to learn that Gazal you have actually learned. I know that I'm kind of I've closely watched that you have learned even Ghazal as well, right? So you started writing poetries completely. Even in sketch or painting, you actually learned it from someone, and then you started doing that. Maybe now I would say even professionally as well. So what exactly that triggering point, Jay, where you feel like now I will do something like this, or I will do this. I will start using my creativity in this particular field. Maybe a writing poetry, maybe a composition, or maybe you are singing it, or maybe you are playing some instrument. You never know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe next 2 years down the line, you will come up with that you started learning violin, and you are started playing that as well. So whatever, I just wanted to know that what makes you feel, what that exactly a thought process or a triggering point where you start something new for yourself, and then it became your hobby. So what exactly that? Would you like to share that?
Yeah, sure, sure. Why not? See, I'll tell you a secret. Okay. In our college days, you are the one who's doing all the poetry stuff, right? So I was never writing poetry at that point of time. So you were a kind of inspiration for me, right? So I used to observe you, right? So you were writing poetry and we used to listen to your poetry as well. You were writing in Marathi, right? So at that point of time, I had observed you. Later on in office, what happened is one day somebody was posting a poetry on some website. So I observed him and then I recollected Swanam used to write. Okay. So I that gave me a hint whether I should try. So on the website I posted a few lines and I got likes for it. So then it triggered that I thought that I can write. So I started writing poems in Marathi and then as you know that then I went on to write ghazals. I learned about ghazals and I started writing ghazals. So that was the triggering point. I mean, whether we know or not, we are observing people, right? And we are observing all the good things which they are doing. You have to have an eye for this. So, for example, if you observe people, only notice the good points, forget the bad points. If you are looking at the bad points, just notice them so that you don't fall into that trap. But otherwise, always keep watching people from that angle that what this person has, which is better than me, and how can I follow his footsteps, right? So in a circle, maybe if you have few people who are very good in the work which they are doing, some see I was academically okay, right? I was above average, right, at that
Oh,
point of time.
really, Jay? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but whoever viewing this video, please be make sure that he's first attempt in started accountant in our entire group. So
No,
yeah,
no,
go ahead,
first
go ahead.
attempt at accountant, I have taken 3 attempts.
Oh,
Okay,
is it okay?
okay,
But being a chartered accountant itself saying that you are not an average student for sure. Yeah.
that is a
Anyway,
big. I mean, I still consider it as a biggest achievement in my life. So
yes,
that
it
is
is.
there. What I meant to say is, if there are people who are good in the work which they are doing, not necessarily academics, right? It can be anything else also. If somebody is good in chess, I remember there was a Bengali guy in our college, right? I think his name was Sushant.
Yes.
He was very good at chess. He
That
wasn't good
manage.
in academics. He was not good in studies. I mean, he was not the first one. That is what I meant. He was above average, but he was not very good at studies. But he was good at
Yeah.
chess. So now that would have struck me somewhere. So after maybe 30 years of my life, I started looking at it. This seems something intelligent. Let me try this. So that can be a trigger point. Although I may not be playing well even as of today. So I may be in the range of 1,300 to 1,500 euro, right? But still, it gives me joy, right? I can play, learn some good moves, and I can play them. So a trigger can be anything, and it can come from anywhere and at any point of time in your life. So even if I'm 40 today, or maybe 45, or maybe 50, if if I like something and if I have a hang of it, I'll start doing it.
Great. That itself
Then
is
today I cannot swim. As on today, I cannot swim because I have tried that and I have not succeeded. So I'll not go that way. So that is not meant for me. So I'll not go there. But if I see somebody playing a very nice chord in guitar, or if somebody is playing very nice chess, I'll start following that person. If somebody on Facebook say is doing very nice watercolor work, so I'll start following that guy. I'll try to see how he's doing that, observe that, and then follow that and get it to myself.
excellent. Yeah, excellent. So Jay, now before we concluding, I have a very humble request to you. Okay, I would like to. I would love to see that any of your ghazal, if you sing for us,
Yeah,
whatever
sure.
you have come, so that will be really great. So please,
I'll,
Ishan,
I'll do that. I have the guitar here.
great.
And it's a Hindi Urdu ghazal. Why
Yeah,
I
yeah,
say
please.
Hindi Urdu ghazal is I don't distinguish between Hindi and Urdu words because I have very little knowledge of that. But ठीक है, I'll just sing a ghazal for you.
Yeah,
I have,
please.
and the matla goes like this. किसी उड़ती हुई चिड़िया को तकता हूँ, किसी उड़ती हुई चिड़िया को तकता हूँ, अमूमन बेदिली से यूं निपटता हूँ. Now,
Uh,
this is very apt for this kind of period because
great.
lockdown, everybody it's saying that how do I do time pass and all. And how do I not get depressed? So this applies there. So I'll just sing it
Great.
for you.
Yeah, yeah, please.
Okay. किसी उड़ती चिड़िया को तकता हूँ, किसी उड़ती चिड़िया को तकता हूँ, किसी उड़ती चिड़िया को तकता हूँ, अमूमन से यूं निपटता हूँ, अचानक लोग मुझसे मिलने आते हैं, अचानक लोग मुझसे मिलने आते हैं, तुम्हारे साथ जब घर से निकलता हूँ,
क्या बात है.
तुम्हारे साथ जब घर से निकलता हूँ, अमूमन तेरी से यूं निपटता हूँ, मेरी घर वापसी बेवक्त होती है, मेरी घर वापसी बेवक्त होती है, मैं अपने रास्ते अक्सर बदलता हूँ,
क्या बात है.
मैं अपने रास्ते अक्सर बदलता हूँ, किसी उड़ती चिड़िया को तकता हूँ, अमूमन तेरे दिल से यूं निपटता हूँ.
Awesome.
Thank you, Swami.
Great, great, great. Amazing.
Okay,
क्या बात है.
thank you.
Wow, amazing. I would love to see the to if you can share that lyrics with me. I will
Yeah,
splash it over here. So definitely that will be great. Nice, Jay. Nice talking to you. Thank you
thank
so
you.
much. And you know, I'm really honored, Jay, that the person who is actually working on so many hobbies. I would say, is not only he knows what is joy. When it's Jay knows what is joy very well, and that's really nice. Observing the people and see to it what exactly good, in basically from that person absorb that, try to achieve it, irrespective it is good, what exactly the outcome is, but try to see if you can do that, and that helps you definitely to be positive, to be busy. Great thought, Jay. Again, thank you so much to come on my YouTube channel and helping me to this spread positivity. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Swanan. It was an honor coming on your channel, Swanan, and wish you all the success. You are doing a very good job of spreading positivity. So very soon, I think your subscribers will spurge and
Great.
we will get a lot of subscribers. So keep up the good work, Swanan, and wish you all the best.
Thank you, Jay.